Over the past few weeks, we've all been talking about Sweet Baby Inc. and narrative consultation companies, and that means upcoming games have been highly scrutinized because people want to know what companies they're supporting and where their money is going, and a new game that's releasing, Unknown 9 Awakening, has very deep ties to Sweet Baby Inc., and of course, like clockwork, their moderators in their Discord server are silencing people trying to discuss it. I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or through YouTube memberships. Now, this is a game that actually had kind of flown under the radar, I think primarily because they were not heavily marketing it yet, but now that they are, because we're very close to release, there is a lot of talk about it on social media. It really all started with this post and several reports that, of course, people were being banned from community hubs on Steam and also from their Discord server, but Based Entertainment had tweeted in the Steam forums for this new upcoming game, they started mass banning everyone who mentioned Sweet Baby or said negative things about games being woke. It was a total purge, and they wiped around 99% of the forum. Now, there are developers that are super sensitive right now to the conversation of Sweet Baby. If you're a developer who even has worked with Sweet Baby in the past, you should be taking a neutral stance saying, listen, to all of the consumers out there, we totally get that you're worried about products, and we totally get if you don't want to support Sweet Baby Inc. as a company, then don't support our product. It's as simple as that, but you deserve to have that choice. And instead, they have tried constantly to silence people like the Sweet Baby Inc. employees, trying to get Sweet Baby Inc. detected, banned, and removed off of Steam. And of course, Cabrutus's account removed from Steam and getting Discord servers taken down. But this game that had little to no talk surrounding it now is blowing up for all of the wrong reasons. So if you don't know what Unknown 9 Awakening is, a funny name for this situation, you are Haruna, a quasar born with the ability to venture into a mysterious dimension, the Fold. Now, you might actually slightly recognize this face because this is actually Anya Carlotta, who played Yennefer in Netflix's The Witcher, and she is a very pretty woman, but what they have done to her is truly a crime against humanity. She really looks nothing like how she looks in real life. Of course, classic, such a disappointing situation, but this game basically just looks like another Forspoken. It does not look like anything that is industry shattering, that is going to change games, and that people are going to design their games off of. It doesn't look like it is going to be a memorable experience. And of course, you may also notice that the developer is Reflector Entertainment, who of course is owned by Bandai Namco, and Bandai Namco is the publisher, which brings in a whole other element to Japanese companies bending the knee to ESG, which of course over the years we've praised Japanese entertainment for not doing that very thing. And slowly but surely we've definitely seen some of these companies make it very apparent that their focus is going to be on ESG and basically appealing to Western audiences. Of course, Sega has ESG pages, Bandai, Koei Tecmo, Capcom, Square Enix, all of these companies have in some way, shape, or form implemented things like ESG, restrictions into their content, but it is very sad to see that this is going to be another Forspoken point by point, because of course when it came to Forspoken, Square Enix had Luminous Productions, a studio that was supposed to be making big budget AAA releases, and their first one was Forspoken. It was very, targeted towards Western audiences. Of course, lots of narratives in there, political pandering, the whole shebang, and then it ended up being such a massive failure that Luminous Productions was shut down, and then some of the developers were rolled back into Square Enix. But we're seeing that same exact thing happen with this title. I think it's going to come out. I think it's going to be a massive release because they wanted it to appeal to Western audiences. And then, of course, we're probably going to be called sexists or racists or all of these different things. But they do have some major ties to Sweet Baby. this is a Mark Kern tweet. Okay, it turns out Kim, the other co-founder of Sweet Baby Inc., is the story architect for Reflectors Unknown 9. It is confirmed, and as you see, the other co-founder, because both of the co-founders of Sweet Baby Inc. are actually affiliated with this project. They actually did work on them. Reflector Entertainment spurred out on their forums, banning 99% of forum users since they were accused of being a Sweet Baby Inc. game. But it is true. It is confirmed. It is in the credits. It is on multiple web pages. They are spurging out over the truth. And this is what has happened over the past few weeks. It's not like these people are just saying, yeah, I worked at Sweet Baby, or I worked with Sweet Baby, or this development team happened to consult with Sweet Baby. They are doing everything in their power to silence users simply wanting to talk about it, and that is because they are afraid of an educated consumer. And as Sweet Baby Inc. Detected has blown up, and more people have become aware of narrative consultation companies and the work that they're doing on games and how they're affecting the industry, these developers and these activists are becoming more and more afraid. You are what they fear the most, is an educated consumer. And that's why I have my channel. That's why I play these video games. That's why I talk about them, because you deserve to know what you are purchasing and where your money is going. And that is what they hate, because whenever you see Sweet Baby Inc. now, or any of these narrative consultation companies' names, you're most likely going to stray away from those titles. And that is what they need you to not do. They need to make money off of consumers who are just going, I think this game looks half decent, I'm going to purchase it, and that's not going to continue to happen. And that is why they're spurging out. That's why they're wiping their community hubs. That's why they're banning people en masse, because they are afraid. And it's honestly hilarious to see, because if they just acknowledged that, oh yeah, we happen to be co-creators of Sweet Baby Inc. and we happen to work on this game, yes, there would be people that would still be freaking out, and obviously we would still be calling out this situation. But now the Streisand effect has happened, and the backlash is 10 times bigger. And I do think that this game, in my opinion, didn't have anything going for it in the first place. It looks like another generic Forspoken game. It doesn't look great in my opinion. Maybe it will actually be fantastic. We won't know until release. But judging by the teasers and trailers and all of the research I have done, it does not really look like a game I personally would find fun. I'm sure many of you would also agree. But also just seeing another company bend the knee to ESG and another Japanese company working with Sweet Baby Inc., it is very disheartening to see, because of course we have praised Japanese media in the past, and there are still some amazing Japanese companies, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Japanese entertainment in totality is lost. They still could change their minds and actually listen to people, but at the same time, this definitely is not a good sign. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this and of course found it important and informative, make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.